Thank you. Hello, guys. I recently got married. Oh, thank you. 3 people who still have their souls. I proposed to my wife on a hot air balloon because I'm a fucking romantic and hate having money around. And actually, the real reason I did it was because for the past 5 years, anytime I would ever say to my then girlfriend, like, hey, I've got a surprise for you, she would always say, ooh, is it a hot air balloon ride? And I'd be like, no, it's not. And then I was like, oh, this is gonna be so romantic, like it's finally gonna be a hot air balloon ride. And turns out, that was just her funny way of saying the thing she would like the least in the world. So she had a panic attack for an hour, because you can't land a hot air balloon early. You just gotta wait for it to crash, because that's how that invention works. And I honestly thought it would be romantic. And guys, if you think a hot air balloon is romantic, do this simple test. Draw on the ground a 3-foot by 3-foot square, and then stand in that square with your back to your beloved, because you can't turn around, it's too small, while she shits her pants for an hour. Oh, and add a weirdo. Like a real weirdo. Like, I don't know, maybe somebody who's dedicated their life to hot air ballooning? You know, a ballooner. No, a balloonist? Oh, they prefer balloon pilot. I'm a pilot. Oh, of what? A balloon. Then have him rub up against you for an hour. Ooh, also add a flamethrower inches from your head. And are you in a super unbreakable high-tech plastic box? No, you're in a basket. Made of turn-of-the-century lawn furniture. So you think that's romantic? Get right in, guys. I couldn't even ask her while we were in air. She was just so scared, holding on and like shaking. And she kept doing this with her legs. I think she thought she was in crash position. You know, like if we happened to plummet 2,000 feet out of the sky, she was gonna jump right at the end. But then I waited until we landed, and then it was easy. She was just so happy to be alive. She's like, yeah, I'll marry you. Oh my God, I love the ground. I was recently in London, and I like the British people, okay? I'll be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about the royal family. I got suspicious of them ever since they knighted Mix-a-Lot. And I was staying in this flat, and I wanted to wash my clothes, and so I put my clothes into this washing machine. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a UK washing machine, but there is no words on it. It's just a series of triangles and squiggles. It's very confusing. I finally get it to wash my clothes, and it proceeds to wash my clothes for 24 hours. And after washing the shit out of these clothes, it locks my clothes inside of itself for 3 days. And I cannot figure out how to open it at all. And finally, I have to call the people we rented the flat from, and it's like a company. And I'm like, she's like, what's your address? And she's like typing it in. I'm like, yeah, they're just locked in there. And she says, oh, sir, there's washing machines in the basement. And I say, oh, no, I put my clothes in the washing machine in the apartment. And she says, sir, there is no washing machine in the flat. What did you put your clothes into? And I love this question, because it suggests that when I walk into an apartment, just everything's a washing machine to me. Come right in, go to the oven, put my clothes in it, set it to 500, I'm done. Come up to the window like, this is a big washing machine. And I just was like, just get somebody to take my clothes out of this thing. And they sent somebody. And turns out I put my clothes in a trash compactor. Moving on. I broke it, had to buy a new one. Moving on. One last thing before I go. The first time I ever made love, I made eye contact with just one dude. First time I ever made love with my wife, she told me that I was a quiet orgasmer. And I was like, I didn't even know that was something I could fail at. But it is true. I am very quiet, you know? I'm just like, you know, it's just like a little kitten sneeze, you know? Just like, oh. And she was like, you know, I'd like to know when it happens. And so then the next time we had sex, I was like really in my head about it. And I was like, oh no, I have to make a noise. Then I panicked. I just went, oh boy. Which is the exact sound that turns a vagina to sandpaper. But now I'm more mature. Now when I orgasm, I just go, oh, I'll have what me's having. Thank you very much, guys. Good night.